Okay. Unfortunately, someone is going to have to put the link in for me because I can't actually find it. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Jack. Hello. Where is chat? There we go. Setting this up was harder than I imagined because I have lost my tripod for the webcam. Hopefully you can hear me alright. I'm going to wait a few more seconds and then... So... Big yellow box. I do have a chat widget, but it doesn't seem to be showing anything. Okay, I guess there's no chat on screen. So yes, for everyone that is catching up on YouTube, and obviously not being a stream right now, I have a big box of goodies. Well, it's one goodie really, just in lots and lots of pieces. And I have not done this kind of thing before, so it's probably gonna be a disaster. Where will I put this? Well, I have a Dark Souls character model thing next to my TV, which I've stabbed my hand on several times while playing VR, because it's got sharp, pointy swords. So I think it's perfect just next to it. Hi, Game Talking. But yes, if you can see there, that is potentially what we might be making. But I don't have a air gun at the minute. Oh, paint gun? Airbrush. So it's all going to be nice and white. But I think I just want to open it again. I have already opened it and had a look at the contents. And then put it back in a horrible fashion so the box didn't close properly. Yep, picture and I can't remember what these decals. There we go. And obviously because I am so confident, let's throw away the instructions. And I probably should not have done that. Oh well. I'm going to have fun with all of this bubble wrap later. That sounds about right for any project I undertake. It can only go well. Nothing can ever fail. I'm just going to take everything out actually and go through it after. Is that everything? Yeah. Plop that down there. So as you can see, I have actually opened one or two of these packs just to see if I need to do any extra work beforehand. But we have many, many pieces. I didn't count them and I can't remember how many there are, but I'm going to go with a few. Hail Zito and Almighty AEG, how are you? I think first off, I'll let you decide. Do I unwrap everything or just take out certain pieces and have a go? Big metal rod. Oh, there's actually a count on how many pieces there are. There's at least 60. 7. Nice. Hi Geico, how are you doing? I am going to start with some big pieces actually, because then you can actually see what it is I'm doing. And to put that point across, let's grab these out. Because, oh wow, the light balance is horribly off, but there is one that I've kind of done earlier. I took some extra mould flushing off the top. Try not to stab myself. Like that, yeah, and file it down. Basically need to do the same. You can see it up there. So all of the pieces are going to be having to have quite a bit of work done. And actually I do have these handy dandy clippers. If I actually turn it around. They don't reach. Lovely. Your soul is in the UK. Well, I'm afraid to say that it's lost forever. The UK is kind of like a bottomless pit where a lot of people go to die at the minute. Oh, that is some lovely squeaking. Now, one thing I did realise when I was practicing is that I might actually need to fix the white balance of the camera, but still, is that this material is slightly hazardous. And so I should actually try to make it so that I don't breathe any in. ASMR shaving. Yes, but also you might be able to hear birds, some banging, some general noise and destructive things going on outside because I have the window open. Hey Smiley, how you doing? And I have to try to remember to keep it in frame, per se, because I have this set up jury-rigged like you wouldn't believe. There is a lot of brown packing tape keeping everything together. Because I am, as one would say, a professional. And definitely not a complete moron. Hey Andre, how are you doing? This is an attempt at making some sort of figure or model like which I have never done before, so that everything is practically an experiment. And whether or not it will turn out well is partly up to my own ability, but mostly complete luck. Seeing my yeah, Gintama is something that requires a lot of mental fortitude because it goes everywhere. And professional moron, yeah, I should put that on my CV. What pieces? What are these? These are thighs, of course they are. What else would they be? Does this fit here? No. Does this one fit? No. I really don't know what these are then. Ah, it's this part here. Okay. And then that, but I need to cut it off. Nice. So yes, there we go. I've actually had to play around a bit, but when things pop together, they might actually fit nicely. I do have... Here it is. This makes an actually good sound that I like, but I don't know if it will destroy everyone else's ears. Oops, I don't want extra blades. I have some magnets, because when I used to make the amazing things that are Warhammer figures, yeah, I never used magnets, but I wish I had. And basically, I'll drill a hole in here, stick a magnet in it, do the same on the other piece, stick a magnet in it, and it should hold itself together, and should it ever fall off of the shelf or someone plays around with it, it will just come apart instead of breaking. Plus I can interchange it, because for some reason I have 2 sets of torsos. Well, this is more hips, but still. But, okay. I guess we got 2 lots of torso hip things for 2B. Have I seen Claymore? No, I haven't. It's probably quicker if I just say, if anyone asks, have I seen something? The answer is no. There has been quite a lot that I haven't even looked at, because I am, even after 2 years, relatively new to watching anime. Oh, that was satisfying. This is, the resin plastic stuff isn't as hard as I thought, so it clips really nicely. Yes, I have only seen Soul Eater completely, apart from stuff on the channel. Soul Eater, a bit of Bleach, a bit of Attack on Titan, and the old stuff like Pokemon, Digimon, a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, and of course the best anime of all time, Fight Me, Cardcaptor Sakura. Or Cardcaptors, because the English version just changed so much. A2 is better than 2B. I can neither agree nor disagree. They are both quite good in their respective fields. Cardcaptor Sakura is great. I'm not disparaging it. I know every word to the English theme. Even that weird kind of card Pokemon rap type thing. Yeah, it is. The intro is amazing, but it is essentially quite early 2000s or young or older 90s. I can't remember. I forget how old I am, so don't expect me to remember anything or when things were. I still thought my brother was 13. He had his 22nd birthday the other week. Well, the other week. Like 9 months ago. I'm not doing myself any favours, am I? Now, I'm going to do something that is really pleasing to me. But I don't know how it is for everyone else. This plastic stuff cuts quite nicely sometimes. Actually, let's do the shoulder pads and upper arms. I'm actually going to keep the head on that craft knife because I've forgotten what finger it was. I have already sliced myself up within 5 minutes of receiving it to see if it was sharp. Well, actually, I wasn't. It wasn't to see if it was sharp, it was just a byproduct of not really paying attention. Where are we? My brother was an anime protagonist, never aging. Kind of, but he's definitely not as cool as, say, Ash Ketchum. And if Ash Ketchum is on a scale of coolness out of 1 to 100, about a 32, yeah, my brother might be in negatives. He's also, I don't know if you want me telling you this, but I think he's a closet weeb. He pretends not to like anime and stuff, at least not openly, but he still hasn't returned my One Punch Man manga that I lent to him. Where did I get it and how much did it cost? I got it from the internet, and because of the current problems with the world, I put it that way, delivery, instead of being a couple of months, was about a year. No, I can't remember. It was definitely put off by about 3 months. I'm not going to say where I got it because I don't want to give them any publicity, because I don't actually know if I like it yet or not, or if it's done well, or if there are any issues. And it also cost about 40 British pounds, which I can only really take a guess at exchange rates. So about 50 euros and something, maybe. I really, really do need... You know what? I turned off auto... where are we? Autofocus, because it kept going wrong. Just turn it back on. See if that looks any better. Yeah, slightly. Who knows? Have I seen the sequel? If you're talking about Card Captor Sakura, like Clear Card, about 2 or 3 episodes of it. But I then wanted to go back and rewatch the original and hadn't gotten round to it yet, so... whoops. One of those things where it's like, oh, I'll get round to it soon. 4 years later, oh no. You watched Orima Maho Doremi. It's good enough. Cool. I don't know what that is. It's aged quite well. Well, I am happy to hear that, because I used to love Card Captor Sakura. Well, Card Captors. I call it the fixed name that whoever the company was. I'm going to say it's 4Kids because they did everything back in the day. It even got to the point where one Christmas I got a present which was the Book of Clow with the cards inside, which I thought was actually kind of cool. And I am quite grateful that anyone would think that I look like an anime protagonist, because I am not in any way worthy of being like the main character of a story. Yeah, I know I could probably get something better and professionally done, but I used to really love like collecting Warhammer stuff, so I thought might as well try something myself for once. And you know, it definitely can't go wrong. I really shouldn't say that, should I? We know what would happen now. Idolmaster, yeah, I see the Idolmaster pictures, and I really do want to watch it. There's been so many different genres of shows that I want to see, and I do want to get around to an idol show. So it's ultimately down to when I've gotten through the stuff that I'm watching and find a place to put it. You'd be too afraid to break it during making it. Well, let me show you something. Where are we? Is it this one? Yes. You've got a lot of bubble wrap, and I'm glad I dropped the more sturdy part. Don't want to roll over that. But yeah, quite. Put it in the camera instead. Nice little thin pieces of hair. Luckily, this material is quite sturdy from what I've seen so far. So, also you can take a look at the scale of things. If that's the hair, so not that big, maybe. In the UK and Australia called card captors. Yep. Oh, that's cool. I do want to know what different countries have done throughout the years. It's like I tried watching the Japanese original of Pokemon, the first series, and it's impossible not to have the theme song because it is so iconic. Actually, since I've got them out, I'll do the hair. There's a tiny bit, I don't know if any of you will be able to see it, in between the hair strands. The camera can't keep up with focusing. Oops, wrong way. Oi, camera. God damn it. In between these hair strands, are tiny little fuzzy bits of the resin plastic stuff that I'm just going to have to pick out. Oh, actually, this bit I'm going to cut into slightly. Give it a bit more of a defined edge. There we go. Too scared of idol anime. If I start, I'll be dragged down to the hole of idol shows and never come out. Yeah, I've kind of started that with like fantasy and isekai type stuff. So that is an issue, I guess. But then again, if it's good, then what's the problem? You know what, I'm gonna do that, cut away at it later. I'm gonna Hi, Red Moon, Blood Moon. First time being here. Well, you're more than welcome to stay. I don't see why you would, though. I'm not that entertaining. But yeah, welcome anyway. GameTaku says, I've never heard of any older Pokemon ups in Japanese. I've only seen the Japanese openings recently because I'm trying to watch the new Pokemon anime, and obviously the Japanese comes out before the dub. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with any of the newer stuff. Obviously I know about them, but that's about as far as it goes. Zombieland Saga is an idol show, more or less. Idol shows for those who want some fantasy in their anime. And yes, there have been some people pressing for Zombieland Saga, and honestly I think it would be something that I'd enjoy, but a point that other people have brought up is that I don't have the knowledge of idol shows, so the tropes that they try to do, or the maybe even satirical parts, might not come across. Actually, let's go to the microphone. I How's that for you? Oh, there's a tiny bit of hair here that's missing. I don't believe it was me who chopped it off. And either I am going to have to fill it in myself with some sort of putty or something, or yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't think you've ever watched an idol anime. I like some animes with idol stuff in them. Never seen Pokemon. Never had any interest in it. You know nothing. Well, it's wow. You don't know anything about Pokemon. I mean, there's a lot of things where I'm surprised people haven't heard of them before, or don't know about them per se. Like whenever I see someone playing Skyrim for the first time, it's like, it's what, 9 years old now? It's the first time you ever played it? Wow. There's a first time for everything. Okay, I'm going to stop playing around with that one in case I take off too much. You're trying to figure out what I'm doing, so you're interested in... What am I creating? Where is that picture gone? Oh, I threw it on the floor along with the instructions. Where'd it go? Oh, I didn't throw it on the floor. I put it over here. Apparently that, once it is finished, obviously these are all white, so they'd need painting and everything as well. So that's going to be a task. I'm not going to be doing any painting or anything now, partly because I don't have an airbrush with me, but also because it would take so much time to dry and everything. Re-watching One Piece. Yeah, it's one of those series, kind of like Gintama and JoJo, and even Monogatari to a certain degree, where I was very hesitant, or am very hesitant to get into, because there's a lot of it, and not only that, but it is such a cornerstone of anime for a lot of people that I don't want to do it any disservice. A broken egg. Yeah, I don't think I'd sit here and try and piece an egg back to... I have actually done that. Yeah, there was actually a time where I got so bored. I tried to put I think it was a shell of a boiled egg back together, like with the egg separately. I don't think it turned out well, if I do actually remember properly. Start off with this file because I need to get this bit flush first, and then I'll put the grooves back in with the sharpened file here. I'm old enough to remember when Pokemon was first coming in. I think I remember the first time Pokemon was on TV. I still remember watching. What's the episode titles? Like Bye Bye Butterfree. And I had a fair few of the cards. Ooh, whoops, I put that in the groove in the wrong place. It's fine. I'll fix it in post. Oh, you can't fix things in post when they're a physical concept and not digital. Watching Digimon subtitle. Digimon is in the same vein as Pokemon for me, and Sakura, because I grew up with the original season 1 of Digimon, and I loved it. And I know that there's been several other series, is probably even dubbed, but I just don't think I can get into it again. It's slightly saddening, personally. Oh, slight fine mist on my desk. I am reading quite a lot of different things. I'm actually going to put somewhat finished pieces here, so... Yeah, sure. Actually, was this one? This was my tester piece for Magnet. Let's open this one because this is the bit which may make or break the entire model, other than her face. Or what some of you are thinking, no, not those bits either. Those ones are here. Oh yeah, Detective Conan, that's another one, which has been mentioned a few times. Also, my neighbour, who is Italian, I think, for some reason, was trying to get me to watch Lupin. But that's quite an old one. I'm not sure about it. And also, I'm questioning why he was trying to make me watch Lupin. Can't remember where that conversation started. Yes, I am... Where are we? You just got here. I am building a model of 2B. And this... that's so satisfying. But pieces like that, where you can just pull it off. Nice. Nanatsu no Taisai has some good music and singing, even Idol Match. Maybe at some point we'll watch Zombieland. There is so much anime that people have suggested to me, and actually I got yelled at the other day by not updating my plan to watch list. Which I guess is fair, I haven't. But it is so long at the minute, and is only getting longer. Due to the speed of me actually watching stuff, things getting cut down is rare. Lupin was from the 70s. Ah. I knew it was old, but I didn't remember when. That kind of makes sense because he was saying how he watched it as a child and he's like 40, 50 years old? I can't remember. You're not interested in hardly any of the new anime. I'll use the rounded file actually. You haven't even watched Slime. Slime's... that is a loud sound. Slime's a fun one. If you like, it's not really power creep, is it? Because he's always strong and... although it would have been bad if he did things in different order, I guess. But yeah, I really like I've always liked the genre of fantasy. Probably stemming long before when I used to read the Dragonlance books based, I think, in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. But also, my dad got me into Lord of the Rings. And I don't care what anyone says, Lord of the Rings is amazing. Although the Hobbit films, you can take them or leave them. I do have a kind of collector's copy of Lord of the Rings on my shelf. The book, I think it was the second printing, maybe? I can't remember. There's quite a few comments that I've missed. Well, you remember Lupin from the early 80s? Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few times where there's been conversations and people have been, oh yes, blah 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 blah. It's like, oh great, that was when I was a kid. Oh, how time flies. I think it's even worse when people don't remember certain things. It's like my cousin didn't know what a VHS tape was, and yeah, I died inside. Okay, this one might be a bit difficult because it's at a weird angle and I don't want to clip too much off, so I'm going to do it in small increments. A video arcade game based off Lupin. Wow, that's a cool tidbit of information. I'll add it to my ever-growing list of stuff. Basically, if I enter any kind of pub quiz, I'd be... Actually, no, useless, because I don't know songs, I don't know celebrities. But what I do know is a certain specific set of crap no one cares about. I'm not using that. Let's go for flat. Oh, there was another anime that I just got reminded of that I have seen. Afro Samurai. Saw that when I was younger. Yeah, everyone should know what a VHS tape is, even if it's just a cursory knowledge. I was talking to my nan the other day, and the difference in how the generations appreciate and know about technology is amazing. For instance, I think it was when I was 4, I can't remember the actual age, but I could easily put on a video, change all of the settings on the TV with the remote all by myself, and yet my nan didn't know how to do it. And now it's like kids know how to do everything with a tablet or an iPad or whatever. Granted, I also know how to do it, but that's not the point I'm trying to make here. And talking about watching anime and stuff, because obviously what else would I do on this channel? I've tried getting my brother to watch Mahatsukai no Yome or Ancient Magus Bride, and he has put it on his so-called soon list, but I don't know if that will come to pass. Of course, he put on a video last time I saw him and saying, "Oh, you'll like this." So, oh, I'm glad you're so sure of yourself that I'm going to like it. My God, it was awful. I'm really judging what he thinks my tastes are. See, I'm going to have to try and take my time with this bit now that it's close, because you'll be, once it's painted, you'll be able to see any imperfections. Like there's a dip out there. Oh, when you luckily I didn't ever care enough about recording stuff off the TV to listen to it through cassettes and whatnot. But I do remember having to record things onto a VHS to watch later. You couldn't just go on the internet to find stuff. And then a few years later, you could go on the internet to find stuff, but it would take 2 weeks to download it. Plus, you had to get off of the computer at 6 o'clock anyway, because that's what the provider deal was at the time. You haven't seen many of the reactions lately. How am I enjoying Mega's Bride? Oh. Well, I've recorded a few more episodes that I haven't put up yet. And my God, Mega's Bride. Oh, no one's ever allowed to be happy. But yeah, I am actually really enjoying it. Because it's a show with great characters and writing and drama and tension. And, you know, rather than trying to gain points in other manners. You got mail. Yeah. But yeah, there is not a time where I wouldn't want to listen to the dial-up tone, because it is iconic. It's like back then, it's like just something you had to endure, but now I kind of miss it. Everything's so instant. Hi, Skynet. Oh, yeah. Recording shows. My parents didn't have Sky, I think it was back then. I can't remember. One of the big channels, whatever. And so my granddad used to record the Dragon Ball Z episodes for me and bring them round every week or so. I think that was a great use of his time. What's Ancient Mega's Bride like? Is it like Spice and Wolf or totally different? I don't know Spice and Wolf, so I can't answer that. Hopefully someone in the chat can impart some knowledge. Of course, I know that's going to be a pain to paint. You got to get right in there. It's Mega's Bride is a tough one to pin down as like what it's like, for me at least. Mega's Bride, one thing that it's done is made me question a lot of how I think and my empathy towards other people and had their ways of thinking. I mean, I've always, known that, not everyone shares the same experiences. Some people have had a hard life. My God, I understand that after my ex. Jesus Christ, it was hammered down how much of an arsehole I am because I had a good upbringing. Fucking hell. It's not my fault. But yeah. Romance and economics. Huh. I think I remember someone else kind of explaining Spice and Wolf like that. And I have a few VR experiences and games and whatnot that I've yet to play. I think they're installed, I can't remember. I can't remember if Spice and Wolf is one of them, but it's probably something I don't want to do before watching it. I don't know. Hey, Sova. A soothing handicraft ice cream. Yes, possibly. Although it might not be so soothing later when I get the drill out. I tried to find a quieter option, like a hand drill, but nah. I'm not spending the money on that when I've already got working other things. Plus I didn't know how long I was going to be doing this for, so I might not even get around to it. There is a little clip dip thing there. Come on, camera, focus. Come on, focus. There we go. You might be able to see it at the tip there. But I'm going to leave it. Because, yeah. Well, Mega's Bride slave being bought by someone else is an interesting one because, yes, she is kind of a slave, but the one who buys her has no understanding of people. So it is a back and forth kind of learning experience. What's this? What is this? I don't know what this is. I haven't opened it yet and I can't see through the bubble wrap. So it'll be a nice finding out experience for us all, won't it? Oh, it's arms. And whoa, no. Oh no. I have a bag of bits. So many bits. So tiny. So breakable. Oh wow. I'm gonna put you there. Yeah. Oops. Wow, this is the first time that I have noticed this on a piece. I'm actually going to turn on the light because that might help the white balance. I don't know. Possibly. Who knows? But there is a line going down it from the mold, which might be intentional because of the glove. I'm going to have to look at that a bit closer myself. Because none of the other pieces have it, so I'm going to say that's intentional. I'm not going to shave it away. Those are going to get lost. They are definitely going to get lost, yes. Unless I'm not going to open the bag. I'm pretty sure it's all of these bits here. and that. So. I'm just gonna. There's a little bit of something. Is that part of it where it's just kind of gone into the mold? Oh, there it goes. Picked it off. I don't believe there is anything I need to do, like actual work on here. Not really. There, actually, no, there's a tiny little bit of flushing there, but I can dig that out. But I don't know how this is for all of you out there, but for me, this is very cathartic. Oh, I have lost a lot of chat. Where are they? Making 2B. Yes. At least that is the intention. Whether or not it will turn out like that in the end. Is something left to people who actually know what they're doing. And I think we should all know by now, I don't fall into that category. It's almost one. Wow, okay, yeah. Probably go to bed then. I won't hold it against you. Making Gundam. Yeah, things like that used to be really popular. Of course, I haven't been able to check in the past few months because obviously there's been a lockdown, but there used to be quite a few like hobby shops that sold model building kits. I don't know if there are any Gundam, but there are definitely things like tanks and aircrafts and whatnot. One arm done. And then I don't want to jam it in there. Well, it's definitely not that bit, is it? I remember her arm being that thin. Yeah, definitely. Do I need to dig something out there or cut something off? You joined the stream late. Well, it's not that late, I think. Why are you still here? Go away. I mean, we haven't even seen myself get impaled by this craft knife yet. I say that as it jolts. I'm going to move my fingers away slightly. And I hope you can all hear that hedge trimmer that's outside. Lovely. Thanks, guys. I'll remember to give them a present next time I see my neighbours. You have a nice folk song. Well, yeah. I was considering finding music that I could play, but then it would force all of you to actually listen to it. And then you might not be able to hear the amazing filing sounds as well. So yeah, that way you can put on your own whatever you want to listen to, whether it being folk songs or if Jack still hears some ASMR breathing sounds. I still haven't forgiven you for all of those times you put that playing in Discord, mate, though. I used to build. Well, I didn't build them. I had a few of the aircraft kits. I can't remember if I ever did anything with them. It's probably like one of those presents that you got. It's like, oh, I don't know what to get you, so I know you make models. Here's a model. Cool. Thanks. If I do hurt myself, I still have enough fingers. Oh, yeah. But here's the thing. I'm going to use 2B's finger here to tell you. About this much of the craft knife has already been in one of my fingers. Because I am big brain, obviously. If something seems stuck, put your finger there as well to try and give it a bit of help. Oh no. Good thing is that because it is such a sharp blade, it doesn't really do much damage. Just goes in and out cleanly. You found a 2B model for the paw. Okay. Does it look that way as well? So some models you can tell that they're done on the cheap, maybe. But you know, if it looks good for its price point, then there's no issue. I had a few like things, I guess, growing up, which were cheap, but they looked middle of the range rather than cheap, so I came off better in that deal. I might have used a chainsaw in the past. I can't remember. Tubi does have like gloves covering the fingers, so I'm not going to take off that line. I know that my dad has, in the past, had some incidents with power tools. Although, funnily enough, he's done more damage with non-power tools than power tools themselves. Just static, inanimate objects. It's nice when things like that can injure you. You should sell the model and figures after making them. You see, when I brought this up to... Can't remember who it was I was talking to about it. One of my family members. They said, like, what am I going to do after I finished it? Well, put it on a shelf, obviously. So, well, why don't you sell it? Well, because the first one that I make is probably not going to be any good. So, I'll sell the future ones if I ever make them. You should read and react to solo leveling. Other people have said that on another server that I'm on for manga redrawing. Oh no, there's a lot of bits in there. But I've tried reading some manhwa, and I haven't gotten into them properly yet, so we'll see. There have been quite a few people saying that it is good and it is something that you should look into, so... if I try and do that by hand, it might snap off one of these. Do I risk it? No. No. Go away. There we go. That's one. There we go. That should have gotten it. Haha! I win! The best one? Ah, no. It's the first one. Not that I'm overly sentimental about things. But the first one that I make is probably going to turn out mediocre because it's still, I don't know what I'm doing. I just have a vague understanding. But I probably would put more effort into the first one, I guess. So. Have I seen Bakemonogatari manga? 1 second. Oh, I should not be doing this. Oh fuck, I've just ruined all of my stuff. Yeah. Is that it? Oh, that was not worth it. I haven't actually read it yet. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 15, 16. Wow, I've got like 20, 25 mangas. What was I reading? Where are we? This one? Yeah, this one. I am going to say I actually really enjoyed that. So I might be a high school girl, apparently. I have quite a few manga, and only one of which I think got a strange glance at by the cashier when I bought it. It's not my fault that Gabrielle was basically wearing just a hoodie. Have I ever read them like a normal book? No. I haven't read it like a normal book, like, you know, left to right and opened it on the back page, essentially. Well, I have opened it on the back page, but I've realised my mistake before I started reading. How about that? Okay, QC, you be leaving? That's fine by me, mate. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Or at least didn't completely hate it. I think that's the best I can hope for. Just some minor discontent, and I'd be happy with that. It means I've done well. There's one. I'm actually getting through this faster than I thought I would. How long have I been going? An hour? Huh. When I go... The problem is whether I go left or down. Yeah, I've run into that issue. It's like, do you read this text bubble first or not? And so what I've done is probably read it a few times in different ways and to see which one works more. please don't have crushed that too much. Please. I don't want to ruin... Okay, cool. Got that bit. So now... And you know what? I'm going to weaken it slightly. I'm going to weaken it. This might fail horribly. Oh no. I have had that issue, Game Taku, where I've read memes and things online, and I've read them like they're a manga, and they're not meant to be. So I don't get it. Oh, it's because I read the punchline first. Oopsie. I guess I have fully fallen into the way of the weeb, haven't I? Doesn't really help my case that I'm learning Japanese at the same time, so it makes it feel even worse. Monogatari? Yeah. I don't know if I want to be spoiling things for you, but there is some more Monogatari to come. How about that? Yeah, luckily, some of the mangas that I've bought, their last page kind of says like, oi, you know this is meant to be read the other way, right? So it doesn't have any important stuff on there. In fact, I probably shouldn't be bouncing that off of the desk. Where are we? Let's try this one. Back page. Yep, there we go. Stop! You're reading the wrong way. You're a complete dumbass. Oh. It's not the first time a book has told me that. Oh. Thank you. I'm guessing, if I remember right, that is Kaze. So, thanks for the member. It's a function that YouTube has given me, but I wasn't ever told about it, so... There's not much I can really give you in return, unfortunately. The Way of the Weave sounds like a sort of ancient style of martial art. Yeah, but you defeat the enemies by making them laugh at you. Which actually would be quite relevant for me. Do you remember my hair back a year ago, or whatever it was? Yeah, that was a very sad family gathering I went to. Luckily, everyone else's problems seemed to pale in comparison, though. The only Japanese you can do is rudimentary conversation, not a single knowledge on how to read the letters at all. I started the opposite. Apart from obviously knowing the like konnichiwa, sayonara, arigato. But they're the things that everyone knows, and even if you don't know Japanese or haven't even bothered learning, it's kind of like everyone knows bonjour. But hiragana and katakana, pretty easy. Anyone can pick that up in a couple of days. Obviously it takes a bit longer to remember them all the time, but they're not too bad. Unfortunately, that's not the majority, is it? You have to learn a few of the kanji, of the symbols. And despite somewhat learning it on and off for a while, I still have the knowledge of like a 4th grade student. Yay! I can compete with children. Where did that go? Oh, here it's cool. Yeah, the best way of learning a language, really, other than just hard work, is having someone that can talk to you that is fluent, and that can tell you when you're wrong. I have had a few contacts, I guess, who speak Japanese, who I talk to. Unfortunately, because of the issues going on with the world at the minute, they've got more important things to do than talk to me. And I don't blame them at all. It's basically just every now and again, are you dead yet? No? Cool. I know for a fact that I might break these hair parts, or if I don't, then I'm going to lose them. Where are we? Here we are. I should easily be able to put one of these magnets in there. Come on. No? Yeah, no. Come on, camera. Do your best. Ganbatte. Fucking camera. Okay, so I can't remember where this goes. I don't remember the part of the outfit that had bows. Oh, there. On the hip. Okay, that's fine. It really kind of states how much I pay attention then, doesn't it? Maybe I was distracted slightly by other outfit choices. Every once in a while, check up on your friends. Make sure they haven't kicked the bucket. Yep. I was talking to my mother the other week. He's like, "Oh, have you spoken to so and so yet, or in a while?" It's like, "Well, no. Actually, I think the last time I spoke to them was back in college. So, Christ, that was like 10 years ago now. So all I know." They might have had some terrible incidents happen. I'm a great friend. But I guess, on the bright side, they never check to see if I'm dead. So, it's mutual? I think? Maybe? Does no one care? Be nice to the camera, or it might go all sundry. Well, there's a problem with that. I think it already has. There's been so many times where this little bastard has refocused itself for no reason and then not fixed it. So things have been blurring out of focus for a while. The white balance is sometimes off. But at least it's a better team player than my microphone, I'll give it that. Please don't break. Need to grab some food. 6 p.m. breakfast is a new thing. I wouldn't say it's that new. I still haven't eaten today, and it's 4, so we're in the same boat, as it were. I'm going to move these bits. Actually, I'm going to put them in my hand. A battle for attention. Yeah. When one breaks, oh, they're going to lose some points, definitely. I think these bits are done. Nice. Yes, we all know what this is. Can I give you advice? I mean, yes. Whether or not it would be good advice, that wasn't specified. And also, neither was the topic. So, don't try and eat clothespins. There you go, there's some advice. Apparently, an entire server was convinced you're a girl. What do you do? Does it matter that they think you're a girl? I mean, you could roll with it. But also, I think I guess it depends on how long the charade has been going on. Or maybe you've opened up a new lifestyle for yourself. It is 2020. Who are we to judge? Since since leaving my teens, I care less what people think, and so I can quite openly say that one of my favourite, well, maybe my favourite colour is pink. But it depends on the shade. I even dyed part of my hair once. It was meant to be red. It was meant to be red. Turns out my hair doesn't dye very nicely. I don't want to open that. I know for a fact. So, you know what? Let's go on the bit. Let's open the part that I've been kind of anticipating and dreading. Well, that's slightly smooth, I guess. Am I dulling this blade? I wouldn't doubt it. Oh no, I can see something with my eyes. Camera. If you don't work, I'm cutting off your power supply. Hello? Oh, that worked. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there are some slight issues going in around the laces. So I'm going to have to somewhat be careful here. Because obviously, relatively small and could be damaged easily. And also, that's the first time I've heard anyone say to me, nice legs. Which it could have solved so many issues growing up. Not gonna lie, I had not body dysmorphia, I don't know what to call it, but I always hated my legs for some reason. growing up. So, yeah, that's a nice little tidbit that you can use against me somehow. What is that? Oh, it's a shadow. There we go. Whoa! Almost dropped it. Make this back line of the boot a bit more pronounced. And it didn't slip and cut me. I saved the boots for... Well, technically it's not last. There are a few other pieces, but somewhat last, yes. And I am not going to draw attention to the second half of the sentence. These are really actually quite well made. There's no extra like rough bits or fuzzy bits, apart from obviously with the laces, but they're small. Huh. I will give it to the company. So far they're looking good. Let's not do that. Can't get it from there. Oh, not me. Ow! Ow! The stiletto actually hurt. There we go. You see, I do want to read chat right now, but I don't trust myself to do multiple things at once. So, yeah, I'm going to focus on this at a minute. There's a final notes. 2B trivia. Yep, the sizes, cool. Blackmail, because you can always get where you want. Yes. I suppose, as long as there's no repercussions. But it depends on if you're going to be happy with going about it that way or not. Reminds me of the really old lamps that had a leg for a stand. Yeah, I know those. Probably from movies, because I know for a fact that no one I know actually owned one. Although my granddad did have, I don't know if the lamp was actually made to be that, or if it was an old, like, repurposed Victorian doll turned into a lamp, which was creepy as hell. Nope. So does that mean that there's another piece of the leg? One, two. Yes, there is. Come here. I haven't touched this part before. Well, it's not that bit, is it? Oh, there we go. It is that bit. And then... Damn, it's... Oh, there we go. I just used the wrong leg. That's kind of what one leg would look like fully assembled. Nice. You're being smothered by mosquitoes. I don't have to worry about that. So, yeah, I hope that makes you feel better. When you finish painting off camera, you should show the finished product on camera in one of your reactions. Do not need to even draw a lot of attention to it if you don't want to. I think what I'll do is maybe kind of somewhat record in steps me painting it if I ever get around to it, if I don't forget, and have that at the end of the finalized product. If anyone cares. You almost fell off the stairs when you stepped on Lego. Lego can be dangerous. I think it's more of a health hazard than... I can't even think of something dumb to say. The American health system? Is this the finished leg or the yeah, this is the finished leg. Put you there. So I've got to get rid of all of the fluffy bits and start with this. Legos can be deadly. Indeed they can. I used to have a lot of Lego as a kid. I don't even know if it was all actual Lego or like the replica Lego. I think it was the real Lego because it had... Yeah, it was actually the real Lego. It was just before all of the kits came out, so... Lego bricks. If we didn't put the pieces away, well, I never stepped on them. But we were reminded to put them away when trouble came. Do I stream often? It's the first time I've catched one of these. If you head on over to my Discord, there's a channel which kind of has all of the previous streams, links and talks and whatnot about it. I believe the last one was last year in September or something. So, yes, often. Actually, I've just noticed that there is a fine line running here, which I'm going to have to stand down. I would like to get back into streaming properly, but I can't make any promises because I know that I am, and let's be honest, pretty useless. Oh, try not to eat your Lego. Yeah, that should be something that goes unsaid, but I get the parts what you mean, like the little 2x2, well, the 2x1 bricks. Yeah, the tiny little ones. They are something, aren't they? September I was right, it was September. Haha. I shouldn't be proud about that. I was paying for a multi-stream thing, so I can stream to different places at once. I was paying for that for months before I realised I haven't actually streamed. Huh. So. Oh, thanks, model. First complaint I've had about this is this lace wasn't fully connected, so as I scraped across to get rid of some rough bits, it came off as well. Oh well. I guess I just won't. Well, no one's really going to notice, are they? But I am. That's the issue. And once more, get the defining line of the boot. There we go. Very nice. Oh, I know where your mind is going. I am not going to make any comments either way. But I'm not going to scold you for it. So, make of that what you will. Just gonna. There's a slight bit there which I'm going to have to pay attention to, but for everyone's sanity, I'm not going to do it now. So, now that I've got a fair... There are still quite a few pieces left, but... Oh no. If that will show up. Do you see that tiny line? There you go. I can fit this in there. I'm going to need to patch that up with... Not sure what. I don't have any putty or anything. You wouldn't have guessed crafting is one of my hobbies. What are we making? It's more of a past hobby that is returning, I guess. This bit. I get it now. This is for without the skirt. This is for with the skirt. So, I think I can guess what some of you would prefer. Does this fit this? No, it's the other one. Maybe I should label. No, don't. Damn it! I really need to put magnets in, don't I? Would this be... That's about right, yeah. Big enough. You've just read the name as... Yeah. A lot of people have various things that they call me, and I don't really mind what they do. So this only shows the version with the skirt on, but obviously there's one with it off. The more of the leotard per version, I guess. Calm for someone with the name of Panic. Well, it's not too early in the morning, is it? So I don't have a lot of work that I've obviously not done. Apart from if we're going to use recording episodes that should be up on the channel as a measure of anything, because I should be doing that instead of streaming, but here we are. Come here. There we go. These are the other legs. Does this... fit? Yeah. yes, okay. So I think these parts are interchangeable between both models. You see, I took a brief semester away from reading chat, and I came back in the old yelling skirt. And I'm going to say, I agree with you. I have long held the opinion that the illusion of sexuality is better than having everything on offer. Because your imagination is probably better than reality. Let's be honest. Will you paint part of skin under the clothing? That was an exhale on your behalf. You're welcome. You should be doing some tank stuff right now, about now, but you can't if you watch this. Well, I don't mind if you prioritise tank stuff. Put it that way. You're not obligated to stay here. And let's be honest, tanks will probably entertain you more. I've just realised I haven't had my mask on for most of this. It's great when the dust and everything from the filing has been known to be dangerous to your health. Oh yes, of course, I won't wear any protection. Ah, carcinogenic? What does that mean? You see, fan service in itself isn't an issue to me. If the show is billed and you know what it is, you know that it has stuff like that in it, then there's no issue. If it's just there for no reason in a otherwise serious thing, then it can take you out of the moment. So it depends on how it's done. And I am definitely not trying to make excuses to defend Monster Musume here. You like tanks more, but you hate your teammates more. Yeah, makes sense. There's things that I've enjoyed so much, but the people around me have spoilt the majesty of it. I'm going to stop before I injure someone. Gravity defying hair. Yeah, I can understand that. It's not just the hair that sometimes defies physics. Each and every one of you could probably find a GIF to explain what I mean there. Doesn't even have to be a GIF. Toxic. Mm-hmm. Monster Musume no Oisha-san. Yeah, the doctor one. Here's the thing. I may or may not have read the manga. I definitely have not read the manga. How about that? And I haven't had any time to see what the anime is. I've heard a few people grumbling about it, I guess. Takes Resident Evil 4 voice. What you buying? What are you selling? Stab. Oh. Oh no. I'm pretty sure there's meant to be a hole there and there. Good thing I've got a drill. Ow. You should show the stuff that I made back when I did crafting more frequently, especially if it's... No, almost all of it was Warhammer stuff. And some people may know, because I might have grumbled... I keep saying grumbled now that I saw it in chat. I've mentioned it a few times, is that one of my favourite pieces ever that I did, which was a standard bearer, so a flag bearer, if you didn't know that. And I had it on my shelf and displayed, and I actually won a painting tournament for it. So that's how proud of it I was. And it vanished. No longer on the shelf. So... yeah. If I would show you, because I think even to this day I was still quite proud of it, despite it being almost like 15 years old at this point. I don't know. Time for some power tools. Not quite yet, but potentially getting closer. And that reminded me of something else that I didn't buy in preparation for this. Some extra wire or metal rods to help pin things in place. Because that would definitely be helpful. Also, I'm actually surprised that the camera holding has held on for as long as it has. I'll take a picture of it and put it on my Discord later on if anyone's interested. It is well, it shows the ingenuity of someone who has no better tools at their disposal, I guess. Whether that's a good thing or not. Now, here's the problem with this particular section, is I have to make sure this is flat, because any extra bump will be able to be easily seen, because this entire section is the top of pod, which if you're looking from above would be one of the first things you see, because it's going to be all metallic, isn't it? And metallic things reflect light. It's mostly okay actually, but now I've seen some extra bits over here that I need to get rid of. Cool, Dunsey. You heard Aqua didn't want people to see her panties, so she made them invisible. Yeah, I heard that as well. It is that's what you call a pro gamer move. She is big-brained, and honestly, who can say that it didn't work? I mean, you can't see her. The most convoluted setup. No, it is basically just a lot of brown tape and what are they called? Spirit level strapped to the top of my monitor, and then strapped a webcam to the top of that. Oh, I almost made a big mistake. I was trying to open the bag with this, which means stab, drag. I didn't realise that my tablet screen was directly underneath. I'm sure it's fine. Sure it's fine. Let's put you there for the time being. Where'd the file? Oh, put them away. What is this material? I'm not sure. It's like a resin plastic. I don't actually know what the material is. All I can guess is that it's probably harmful if I breathe it in. And there's a lot to breathe in here. Is this rounded? Yep. This bit here is less visible, so it doesn't really matter how smooth I get it, but I should try, shouldn't I? There we go. Is this the... no, where is it? There it is. What the hell is that tiny ring? Looks like you're all having a fun conversation there about physics, the most important topic. That's actually quite a cool base. Hey Zorro. I don't know how I'm going to get it at this. You know what? I'm going to leave this and do it off camera because I'm probably going to hurt myself or the thing, so. Okay. Well, I didn't cut the tape that was holding it. Ah, that's disappointing. There's a slight warp. Oh well. Something I can get out by just heating it a bit and bending it back. That's fine. More important than physics, girl abs are growing in popularity. Huh. I mean, I'm not one to question that, but I may need some sources. It's not like there was some manga that I read recently about a certain knight that may or may not ever have been treated as a woman before. That was kind of dumb, but a fun read. Have I seen the SpongeBob anime thing? I've seen it like on YouTube as a thumbnail. I haven't watched it, and I don't know how to feel about it. Surprisingly well done. Huh. Well, usually things like that are in one of two camps. They're either something just shit parody chucked out there because some people thought it was funny, or there's a lot of time and effort put into it. And both of them, both versions can be good. Oh no. Imagine having to sharpen a blade using a craft knife and blades made out of plastic. There's a bit to catch there. Huh. Yeah, still catching. I'll pay more attention to that later. Now, how much is left? Because this is a lot of mess. And I don't want to accidentally mistake some of these parts for the mess. Got the Yorha base. Oh, of course, I'd almost forgotten that she needs a head. Who would have thought that? Whoops. Otome-chan is shy manga, like the wholesome Komi song, just slice of life with awkward fun characters. I mean, they're great, aren't they? Sometimes you don't need some huge convoluted plot. Just have something that is slightly relatable. I'm not sure if I need to cut this bit out or not. Oh, no, I don't, do I? Because it goes in here, and that is the back of the neck. Come on, camera, focus the... There we go. I'm gonna put like the back there and then jam that on top. Wow, that wig does not fit. A time lapse and then periodic stop of Pat just saying some random words without context. You know, if people want to clip out bits of without context and send them to me throughout anything that I've done in the past, then I don't know how I'd feel about it, but that might actually be quite funny. I know I've said some real stupid things, so... Where's the other back? Oh, there it is. Ah, it's a headband. There we go. Look at her in her majesty. And you still need to file down parts of like that bit there. I know that's meant to go in. Let's jam it a bit. Give it a bit of percussive maintenance, I guess. Ah, I am very hungry. It's called news and media. Taking things out of context. If only that wasn't true and journalists just did their job of reporting facts. I hope you all enjoyed that. That was as part of my new album coming out. Sounds of squeaking. Hopefully you didn't see the sheer look of betrayal and horror on my face of the potentially brown trousers moment. Okay, I'm stopping that because of the noise. There we go. Oh, I won't have to breathe it in now. Honestly, if it didn't impact me talking properly, because I can hear the change. Ow! How did me flicking the hair injure me more than anything here, including the sharp blade? Oh yes, none of you need to answer that. It's because I'm a moron. think that should be about done. And then all I need to really focus on is the individual strands. There we go. But where are we? We've got the other side. Is there a visible difference between these two backs of the head? Does there really need to be a double? I guess because there is two faces. For people using glue, you need two sets of hairs. Fair enough, I worked it out myself. Rolled low on the Constitution save. Yeah, that's kind of my life. Natural ones all the way, baby. I do have a spare head free in the cupboard, but it got a bit of droid rot. If any of you know what reference that is, you win yourself an internet cookie and a slight part of my adoration. What was that squeak? I wasn't even digging into anything. Are you only seeing something different than two sets of hair? I'm not getting into that conversation. Whatever you see, that's fine by me. Unless, of course, it comes to trial, in which case I'm innocent. Here is... Oh no, not the microscopic bunnies! Here is the issue I have. The front hairpiece has that groove, this groove here, and the top of the head has it as well. So obviously it is meant to fit in there. However, am I meant to take off this top piece here? Is that just some extra that was in the mould? Do I take the chance? Do I just clip it and go, oh well? Well, since this one only has half of it, I'm saying yes, that you're meant to cut it off. Well done, server. You got yourself some internet confectionery. Because obviously I can't really send you some actual baked goods. Whoops. Whoops. If anyone wants to put a countdown on of how long before I stab myself. I can counteract it by putting down the knife. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I really, really hoped that wasn't going to be picked up on the microphone, but of course it was, because this picks up everything. Part of the reason why I have to spend several minutes after every episode cutting out additional background noises that it's picked up. Doesn't help that I live somewhat near an airport as well, so I'm actually quite surprised that you haven't heard any planes go overhead. Yeah, I can take damage, that's fine. It's 2B that I need to be careful of. I mean, one of the good points of being biological, we can heal our damages. Yeah, that's a nice fit, isn't it? Eh. Come on, face. Face. I mean, blood can be used as a painting material. It's not the best. I don't think it really mixes with other colours. I also don't think its viscosity is very helpful. Yeah, the chipset that I was using in Nier is basically made it pretty hard to die. I still managed it though. Basically, lifesteal and then heal on killing someone. Oh yeah, reminder not to flick anything because that is my vital weakness. Does it fit? More or less. Cool. So maybe if I had it the right way around. And then flap that on there. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, with and without. Go on, focus. There we go. Let's just jam it all together and see what the fit is like. There's one. There's the other. Although I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to put some magnets in this one to keep it together. I'm going to use this as a test piece because it actually took a little bit of pressure before it came apart. Obviously I'm not going to press too hard because I don't want to break it. Don't break the precious. Did I finish? Arms is. Yeah, that works. Hey, Bone. Yeah, it is a strange time, especially if you consider the the slight break from streaming that I've had. It is slowly coming together. Who would have funked it? Come on. Get in there. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to hold together with my fingers. Yeah. Yeah. She, much like all of you, can sit there in disgust at what I am attempting. Just... I can feel the perpetual disappointment in all of you. What's that? Is that some extra hair? Is that what goes in down here? Oh. Let's just jab this and not injure myself. I'm not sure why it would put the sword handle. Okay, cool. We've actually got to put this. Something like that. Maybe that. No, it is. Oh no! There we go. Almost a complete sword. Is it meant to be a bit of hair? I'm still not going to check the instruction manual because no one can force me to do it. It is. I thought something felt a bit off. So then jab. But not too hard. I think I still need to take a little bit off around here. But it fills in a bit of the back there because if you took a look from underneath, and yeah, I think it's this bit I need to cut off because I haven't cleaned these up yet, so. Come on, you. Out. Out. Don't betray me. There we go. Everything was playing along so nicely beforehand. No, I refuse to look at the instructions. Because it makes things more interesting that way, doesn't it? I'm sure part of you is wanting to see an actual finished, something that looks nice. But no. Ask your heart of hearts and all of you want me to fail. It is failure that is the spice of life, and it is also something that I have been perfecting for 28 years. If failure was a superpower, well then I'd have to take it out on the writers because goddamn they've screwed me from the offset, haven't they? Instructions unclear, to be stuck in trousers. Yes. Yes, like any of us are going to be checking 2B from underneath. I mean, why would we want to do that? You want an injury? No. Now that that has been removed, this should fit nicer. There's the overhead. There we go. Yeah, look at that. All the seam is pretty good. Just gotta fix that bit and tiny bits up there, which I'm gonna have to fill in with putty or something and redo it because, well, that was broken from the beginning. I didn't have anything to do with that. As I proclaim in a disinterested voice. Actually, I'm beginning to think that there's something else meant to be in there as well, because there's a tiny little tab. Is it here as well? It is. Oh! Yeah. I've got to take the entire thing apart, don't I? Oh, god damn it! You will never know if a piece goes missing, and I will. You don't have to worry about it, I do. There we go. The thing is, I will know if there is actually a piece of this missing or not, because, well, there'll be recorded evidence like that, but also I'll just find I'll find a few metallic parts. Probably step on them or something. Ow, that's when I bash my knee. Oh crap, this is when I drop everything off of my bed by... Well, at least it was only a phone that fell. I can't actually... Yeah, it's upside down, there you go. It is a Space Invader, and if I am brutally honest, I actually kind of regret having it done. The tattoo itself is fine, it's more the what it represents. Wait, get in there. There we go. It won't fit. Okay. Can I? No, I can't weasel it in. Why are you so awkward, 2B? Is it because you don't like to remove the blindfold, so this one is extra difficult? There we go. And then just reassemble the parts. Yeah, I'm going to need to put a magnet in with this one because it tried to bounce off. There we go, we have two technically finished heads, blindfolded or not. Now, Keith. Still need to figure out how to put pods together though. And yeah, I would entertain that Shakespearean reference, but with retro games and the like, Space Invaders was fine. I preferred Tetris, but that's probably because on a family holiday, instead of going in the pool or enjoying all the free food that was, because it was all inclusive, I was sat there playing Tetris on a Game Boy that I had borrowed from another family that was vacationing. Oh, if only they didn't actually force me to give back Tetris. There is very little wrong with most of the model so far. The only one or two issues that I've had with it is obviously the laces on the back of the boots and the fact that these holes are filled in for the most part. Yes, the Space Invaders, the speeding up of the ships was a complete accident. It was only because the software couldn't handle it at larger numbers. Unintentional masterpieces. I'm covered in all this white. Ugh. It's not the first time. I mean, what? The part that is going to be somewhat difficult to paint, at least to get it fully covered without drowning it in it, obviously. I think that has got it. Yep, just got the in a little ventricle part. There we go, nice. So where does this go? There is no way I'm going to make fit pods together without getting some extra pins and metal rod and whatnot. So all of these parts can stay in there. What is that? Is it? Does she have a tassel on the sword? You can see it there, actually. So yes, it is on the end of the sword. I worked that one out without looking at the instructions. Ha! What do you think of that? Ah, found it. I was going to just black electric tape this entire thing up just to make a point, but that'd probably be a bad idea. How do you actually paint figures like that? Well, you could use the small paintbrushes and maybe not the stinky paint. You know, there's probably better options out there than that. But almost definitely it would be with an airbrush, because you can get a cleaner finish and everything else. There. Bleh. Yarg. Something. I remember these parts I already completed. Oh, wow, this is going to be a pain. Because the extra... You see, you've got to keep that loop intact. But if I try to snap it off, it's going to snap that. Oh no. Why do you do this to me? Are we just here to suffer? Alright, see you, Sind. I hope you had fun wasting a few hours, or however long. Because this is obviously not educational in the slightest. I am taking the dangerous path of just going snip and hoping it doesn't break. What do you think of my song? I think it can be applied in many situations. You know what? I'm going to leave it as royalty free, kind of like Happy Birthday, so anyone can use it. The thing is, if it's procrastination that you want, you've come to the right person. Because I have procrastinated for so long, people have forgotten what it is that they've asked me. They've asked me to do when, because I haven't done it. Rambo, I am shocked and appalled and completely aware of my musical non-abilities. A how-to video when the instructor doesn't actually know what they're doing. That must be something that fills you with confidence. It must be like watching a video of the art restoration before the news articles. And hopefully some of you know which pieces I'm talking about. Oh god, they were dreadful. But at least someone tried. That's the main part, isn't it? At least they tried. Wow, and since closing that window, it's becoming very hot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm going to put that down. There is more I can take off there quite easily, but I'm going to do it later on when I can really take my time. Because the way that everything is situated right now, I'm sitting somewhat far back. So I can't get a full proper look at what I'm doing. I can take down the edge slightly. And there's another bit which I need to get rid of here. See, a lot of this is just, where are the rough parts, find them, sand them down. Or cut them off and then sand them down. Hang on, let me get some light here. Is that angled? I think it might be, I'm not sure. Feels like there should be something else there. Maybe it goes in this side. Yeah, that one works. Because now it doesn't look like something's off. Balance it. Jab that on. How's that looking? It's like a letter opener I once had. Haha, I can't stump my toes if I don't have any. Although I do, so I guess it doesn't really apply in this case. I have hit my feet and my toes on so much over the years that I've become almost immune to it. Of course, it still hurts like hell. But is that all? All the parts are done, apart from pod, but forget about that. I'm worried. See, I should put something. Do I use the smaller magnets or the bigger magnets? Probably the bigger magnets, because it's holding up, the torso, the main part of the body. So, open. Give me. Hee. I don't know why I was amused with that. And Jack, you're teetering on the edge of being banned. Then again, you live constantly on that edge, don't you? So, actually, where is? Oh, it's here, isn't it? I need the 5-inch, 5mm, 5-inch. Jeez, that would be a huge fucking hole. I'm gonna put a little guide dot in the middle with my hands. Oops. There we go. Now the problem is this only has attachments for those hexagonal drill bits. I don't have a 5mm hexagonal one. So, we're going to have to go heavy duty. Of course, the issue here is, if I do drill into it, would it be dangerous? I'm going to do it slowly. Just to see what we're doing. Okay, so now, is that actually a 5mm drill bit? That is still the question. Because I don't know if I put them back in the right places after I last did some work. Would be putting it, well, work would be saying the wrong thing. Okay, so now, let's keep going. Wouldn't it say on the drill bit? Yes, it would. But that would mean looking at it properly. Actually, how thick is this? Am I going to drill into my finger? Yes, I'm drilling deeply into 2B, and a lot of white excess is coming off. Hardy ha ha ha. Blah. That fits. It might actually be too wide. Go on, fit in there. Yeah. Because I was taking the drill bit out and changing it around every couple of seconds, I need to super glue that in place. I don't have any super glue. I've got blue tack. Oh, wrong way around. That'd be okay. Hopefully there is actually a connection point here, and if not, I'll just put the other magnet on top and do it that way. Nope, cool. Wipe that. There's the other magnet. Come here. Get back in the hole. Stay. Oh, I really loosened the hole up, didn't I? Lovely. I am, yeah, I'm letting you have your imagination run wild there. Have at it. There we go. Didn't quite work properly like a ink stamp, but for the most part it worked, and it's got both sides. This is it, cool. Guide hole. There. Is that in the middle? No. There. You can see how prepared I am for this. I have a fun story about anthrax. Well, fun might be the wrong word. But when I was working back at, I'm not going to say the company, we had to close down and everyone evacuate because we got a letter with some unidentified white powder, and they thought it was anthrax. I think I just ruined it by doing that accidental quick blast. Let's... I don't remember what it was in the letter. I believe it was fine, because we went back inside after a few hours. But that was the fun point of that was what was fun about working in the complaints department. Sorry, executive complaints department. You don't get just any old form of complaints, you get the most upset. Asbestos. I don't actually know what colour asbestos is. All I do know is that I have a family member that died of asbestos poisoning, so... yeah, that's fun. Where did the magnets go? Oh, they're still in there. Sillies. Now, obviously, because I don't have... get back in there. Have any super glue. Oh no, where? There it is. This is definitely not going to overpower a magnet, but it might keep it in place for a second or two for me to judge it. Get in there. Jab. Oh no, the jab defied me. The fun part is when you put a magnet in and then realise you put it in upside down or the wrong way around or whatever. Yeah, I used far too much. There we go. I went a bit further, but essentially that's what it would be like if I had super glue and I did it properly. Obviously, it would fit better, but. So that was fun. So now imagine that's what it was for all of it. Oh, I'm a moron. Go on, you get out. Out of the hole. Oh no. Trying to get this out is harder. I filled it too much, it won't come out. Well, there's some white tack in there now. Where's my... There it is. I have some extra magnets back. There we go. So we got that in there. I showed you what it would be like if the magnets actually worked properly. Oops, wrong way around. That head is far too fragile. Stay. That almost doesn't need a magnet or anything. So down to finding which phi it is that goes in which one. There it is. And then which. They don't fit all of them, do they? No. See? Uh oh. What's happening? I question that on a daily basis, but that is my life. I am trying to assemble a model Oh no! Oh no! No! Keep the legs together. Come on. It is slowly coming together, isn't it? I bet you didn't actually imagine it would turn out like this when I started. Oh, it's a disaster. There, that fixes it. And just for my amusement, that's the other body. Let's separate that out. There we go. So we've got dress or no dress and the leotard instead. And the good thing about magnets is that should it ever need be, it can be changed and swapped out. Ah. You see, if it hadn't have gone so well, I might have ended the stream and be like, haha, you're just going to have to imagine what it looks like. Give you give. There we go, okay. I don't want to be too firm with it. This would be this arm. Question. Could you open your grip slightly, please, to me? Just a tiny bit, please. Just there we go. Oh, it's a disaster. But what do you expect from the #1 useless creator? Let me just jam this arm in so we can get a somewhat look at least. Stop dying! God, it's like I'm actually playing the game again. Oh no. You see, I do have like blue tack and whatnot to keep it in place so that I can do a fitting test, but I think we all know it somewhat works. Well, yeah, she's an android. She can be disassembled. That's not enough weight tack. And no, I'm not going to make some sort of joke about needing to feel her cavity more. Even if we all were thinking it. That should be enough for the time being. Oh, I never actually... It's gotten so close to the end that I'm far too comfortable with holding this knife, and we know what happens when you get overconfident. I never learn, do I? No. Jam it in there. And there we go. And all I need to do is figure out how I can get these arms in. Because I think they have to go in a certain... like these feathers. Because they press against the dress and let you actually... like that, maybe? Crap. 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 I was right, kinda. So yeah, if any of you are following this as an actual tutorial, I'm so sorry. Imagine if I finished the model and one night it came to life. Where's the... oh, there it is. And took a look at my gameplay videos and became disgusted. Oh, she'd be disgusted long before she found the gameplay videos. I meant to do that. Oh. There we go. Da 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 da. And no, I'm not letting go of anything I'm holding. So, we have somewhat... I've still got a few accessories that we need to be put on, like the little bow thingy. Put the sword together. That's only 3 pieces, so that's fine. Got a spare head and a spare torso, should it need to be swapped out. But then, yeah, that's it. 2B. In all of her, for some reason, completely white glory. Good thing that she's disassemblable. So yeah, the last part would be trying to and I think that groan kind of explains my entire emotion. And what do we have left? Ah, yes. Let's actually... I know so I could find the holes properly without having to look. That's actually a really cool base. I like it. That is actually quite a big model, even though I knew how big it was going to be in the description of it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go grab my... And so I think it kind of completely overshadows my other model that I have. But one came free with a game, so you'd expect the quality to be a bit lower. Ah! But yeah, it's about the same size, isn't it? I think we all know who would win in a fight, though. Even if they are both kind of somewhat unkillable. Oh no, don't give Jack ideas. Although no, I'm not going to say... You won't be able to find those kind of compilations on YouTube though, would you? This really does seem reminiscent of my actual playthrough of Nier. And that was Dark Souls 2, if I'm correct. Hand-holding? You have committed a crime against Skyrim and her peoples. I kind of don't actually want to fully put all the magnets and whatnot in, because just assembling it like this every now and again is actually kind of fun. Oh, there we go. So, should you ever want to ignore that, should you ever want to create your own model from a kit, it's kind of like a big jigsaw puzzle with dangerous, sharp, pointy bits and a lot of crying if you get it wrong, because this is kind of more expensive than a jigsaw puzzle. If it doesn't fit first time, just jiggle it around a bit. There you go, some advice, and that's not only for model building. I believe there's not much more I can do for the time being, because what more I can do needs super glue. Is this the right arm? Yes. Yeah. Everything else that needs to be done needs super glue, and I don't have that at the minute. But once I do, I'll put all the magnets in properly, and then we can all rejoice. So I'm going to stop playing around with it, because I know that if I keep moving it around too much, I am going to completely ruin it. Or ruin her, or... yeah. Use that to your heart's content. I'm just going to put the arms behind and make it look like it's actually connected in the camera. That kind of works. Kinda. Look how disorganized everything is compared to when I began. Not one injury. Crap. And the drill goes away so I can't accidentally drill myself. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed that. In the future, I'm not going to give a timeline of when, but you may see a finalised piece / quickly sped up speed painting. I don't know. But yeah. I'm actually kind of proud of myself, even though it was relatively simple. Well, there you go. Now you can't complain that the last stream I did was in September of last year. I have succeeded. But yes. All of you out there, I am glad to have you around. I see quite a few of you stayed for quite a while. And stay healthy. Get some rest. See you in the next one.